fathers, be present in your daughters' lives because you're needed. And your baby
Definitely.
girls, they love you and they just want a relationship with you. What up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen Lorraine, and I'm here to motivate the day. And today, I have my little sister with me.
What's up, guys?
Your name is
Crystal.
And today's video is gonna be a heart to heart. So if you grew up and you look for love through other people and men, this video is definitely for you.
Definitely, for sure. Basically what she said. Basically. Because it's like kind of the same thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I guess I'll start the conversation off. So both of us grew up without our father. Our situation is a little different though, because we are half sisters, but like this is my dog.
Yeah,
so like this is my
for
whole
sure.
sister. But our dad and my mom, they were married, and then
My mom and like our dad, they weren't married.
yeah. So yeah, for me, my parents got divorced when I was I think I was like 5.
My parents were kind of off and on, so like they'd be together.
Guys, please make sure this closet door is closed. Kristen.
Mom, I'm trying to record a video.
Oh, sorry.
She's still talking. It's fine. It's fine. And they're probably gonna hear that noise in the back. It's the shower because it's about to take a shower. But it's fine. It's fine. As long as you guys can hear us, that's all that matters.
Period. But my parents are always off and on because I can never really decide if they wanted to be together or not. And plus, like, they thought that like them being together would like, I guess like for me, they just were together for me basically. They really weren't together for them, and that caused a lot of conflict.
Yikes. Yeah. So, I guess I can start it off. I had a lot of hate is such a strong word, but I had a lot of hatred for my father when I was younger, and honestly, it was hard for me, like meeting my little sister, cause like she, for a time period, she lived with our dad, and I like never got to experience like a mom and a dad in the household, so it was really hard for me to like acknowledge that. Yes. So as I was saying before, it was hard for me when I was younger because my little sister, she got to experience the mom and the dad both in the household, although it might not have been an ideal situation because from what I remember, like they argued a lot.
They did.
So like when I would come over, it wouldn't always be that great, but she's still like, when you're younger, you don't really realize that. All you know is she has the mom and dad in the household, I don't, and that's not fair. So I wasn't the best big sister when I was younger at all. Actually, I was pretty trash. But I think I've gotten better. I think I'm a pretty dope sister. I don't really want to go into detail into like when we were younger because it was pretty bad.
It was kind of messed up, not gonna lie. And
Yeah.
for me though, like even though like I did have a mom and a dad in the household, it really wasn't the best. It would have just been better if I just had my mom in the household because they did argue a lot and that did affect me because it's just like I never understood what they were arguing about. My mom would cry a lot. And my dad, like, he would just get mad and wouldn't be there. And I don't know if I should go into details as to why he really wasn't at home. Should I?
You can. I mean,
Cause
we grown.
yeah, my dad was cheating on my mom, so my dad was really not home. I would go with him to like the other woman's house, but I really never understood like what was going on because I was younger. So
He used to take you over.
he used to take me over there when I was younger. And I never understood.
That man is a trip.
And I never understood what was going on because I was like 5, I would believe. But I never understood what was going on. It was just like a whole bunch of conflict. And it would have just been better if he just wasn't living there for me.
It's crazy because honestly though, when you're younger, like adults always think that children, or like if you're like 6 and under, you're not gonna remember things that happened when you were younger. But like honestly, that stuff affects you. Like you will really remember if it's traumatic enough. You'll remember certain things, and like children are smart, y'all. Children are so smart, and they know when they're somewhere they don't need to be. They know when they're doing something that they're not supposed to do, and they can sense vibes and all that. So like,
definitely.
that's crazy. I don't think I really knew that. Yeah.
Vibe check was definitely off.
Yeah. It was gone. It was all gone. But, I mean, this video isn't to bash our father at all. Because, like, at the end of the day, I know that as he's done some pretty messed up stuff. But I do love that man. And it's basically, this video is to talk about, yeah, our father wasn't there, but we're still thriving, surviving, and we're here today. And that's all that matters. So I know for me, one of my love languages is words of affirmation. So like, because I never really got that from my father, I looked for it in men when I was younger, and like that's not good. But I don't know. As I'm 22 now, and I find my words of affirmation through, I'm a Christian, so like reading the Bible and like knowing my truth in that. So like knowing that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and definitely like I need reassurance from like I don't need it, but I'm like it's still nice to get affirmation from like my mom or like my sister or my friends and stuff. But it's really about learning and knowing who you are at the end of the day, because it's hard because I didn't have that father figure to tell me like you're beautiful. Like I don't even remember like my dad ever telling me that he loves me, which is like pretty crazy. But yeah, though. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
For me, it's kind of similar. Sorry. I do need words of, how do you say affirmation?
Yeah,
okay,
affirmation.
And I'm only 16, so you know, like I still like, even though I don't want to, but just like by nature, I guess, like I still sort of look like for it in men and not specifically like through my mom or friends, because I'm used to it from like my friends or my mom. But it's like when it comes to boys, it's just like I kind of look for it in boys, and I need constant reassurance from like friendships or relationships, because I always feel like I'm being extra, I'm being annoying, or like, you know, I'm messing up something, because, you know, like my dad was there for a period of time, but then he left. And, you know, as a young child, you don't really understand, like, the full context of why. But, like, I was just like, why did he leave me? Like, is something wrong with me?
Yeah, and you start to blame yourself.
Yeah, so I always need constant reassurance, because I always feel like I'm pushing people away.
Oof, I felt that. Like, yes, I can definitely bounce off of that in the context of, like, it's hard for me to have, like, really close friendships sometimes. only because when I was younger, I mean, I think it stems from the fact that when I was younger, like, because my parents went through a divorce, me being a child, my dad had like visitation rights, and like every like Saturday or every other Saturday, I was supposed to be with him. Every holiday or every other holiday, I would have to be with him. So I just remember like sometimes he just wouldn't come. And I remember like one Saturday, it's so sad. I was my mom had packed my bag and all that, and I didn't always like going over to my dad's house, but as a child, like, you want to be with your father sometimes. So I mean, of course. So I remember he just didn't show up one day, and I was just outside, just sitting there, and I was just like,
Definitely. I definitely remember that happened to me too. My dad and my mom split, and I was supposed to go with him or be with him for the day, and I was sitting like on the couch, because like the window was right there and the couch was like right there. So I was just like looking out the window, and he never showed up, and I didn't leave the window like at all. So I ended up peeing on myself because I didn't want to go to the bathroom because I was scared I might miss him not coming to the house. And because of that and many other events, I dealt with separation anxiety. So I was in counseling, and I had a social worker and all of that bad junk.
yeah, it's like, honestly, like, I really hope that fathers watch this video, because I don't think y'all realize how detrimental that is on your young girls and your daughters, because like at 22 years old, I feel like this still affects me, and it doesn't affect me like it used to, because I've had open conversations with my father. Like, I've told him, like I've asked him, why would you do certain things that you did? Like, her mother, he cheated on my mom with her mom, and like, when I was younger, it was really hard on me. But like, as I've gotten older, like, of course I love my little sister and I love her mom, but that's hard for a child to process. And like, I know it's hard for my mom to process as well, because like my little sister would come over here when I was younger, but like, to see the child that was made out of like you were in a marriage and then you cheated and you got somebody else pregnant, and now this child's coming over your house, like, that's hard for somebody else to see. Like, and that has nothing to do with her at all, because like, she's a beautiful young woman, and that, like, literally, it's not your fault. Nothing is ever your fault. That's everything our father did, that was his actions. So just know, none of this is your fault. But like, he's trash. he was trash. Like, I feel like he's gotten better and he's trying today. But like,
Back then, like, it would have been so much more beneficial.
Exactly. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm glad he did what he did for the sake of my sister, because I love this girl. Like, this my dog. Like, period. Y'all come for her, you're coming for me too. Like, you run out, you get done out. But like, fathers need to realize that girls need their father in their life. And not only do girls, but boys, they need their father. Like, everybody needs their parents, period.
Yeah.
Guys need their parents, girls need their parents. We need our moms too. So it's not just about we just need our father, but having an absent father is very relevant today. And the only way it's gonna get better is you don't even have to be in a relationship like as parents, but just be there for your children, because your children need you.
Definitely.
And that affects them like crazy.
And even like, it still like affects me now, because like, you know, I'm still young, like, I'm not an adult yet, and you know, it's just like, and even though I'm a junior and I'm almost finished with high school, but still, it's just kind of like going through